Tony D and Little Jones somewhere behind me, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Riff Raff, starring Bill Murray, Pete Davidson, Ed Harris, Jennifer Coolidge, and others, as a group of low-level gangsters killing each other for reasons. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 16, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, I'm a big fan of Bill Murray. I like him in comedies. He's very good in most comedies. I feel like he's been miscast here because he's playing a gangster. And Bill Murray, it does not give me gangster vibes. He just doesn't give me gangster vibes. Sorry. Never seen him play a gangster before. Can't think of a movie where he played a gangster. Written by John Polano. Directed by Dito Montiel. Ed Harris, maybe. Maybe he can be that mean. Jennifer Coolidge is doing the mob wife thing. She seems okay for the role. Pete Davidson, I don't know. He's sort of Bill Murray's hapless sidekick, Lonnie. Kind of, not really. And I'm not sure about the black couple who's in this. I don't even know why they're in the movie, but apparently the story is, well, first it starts in the beginning of the trailer with Lefty, played by Bill Murray, and Lonnie, played by Pete Davidson, coming into a store, and Lonnie uses Lefty's name in front of the guy who runs the store. And then Lefty turns around and calls him Lonnie using his name. And then he asks the clerk, "Did you hear our names by any chance?" And Lonnie is going, no, don't answer yes. And then so they kill him. I'm not sure it's supposed to be funny. That seems like a dumb move. Seems like a doubly dumb move. Like, okay, two guys named Lefty and Lonnie go out to kill some dude and stop at a store. They don't have to kill every person who saw them. Okay? The odds of the cops stumbling upon this guy in the middle of nowhere and being able to prove it was the guy named it just seems stupid. It seems more likely the guy would just have security cameras. So, here's the whole cast, basically. Lewis Pullman. Oh, that's who that is. That's the other son. Apparently, Ed Harris's son, played by Pullman, killed someone in Bill Murray's family, and now they've shown up to take revenge. And they're going to kill everybody. I guess? I don't know. I'm not feeling it. It just... Bill Murray does not come off as mean enough to kill anybody. Sorry. Just seems like a horrible miscasting. Now, if he was the other gangster, and Ed Harris was the guy who showed up to kill him, I could maybe believe that more. Like, if Bill Murray was the gangster who didn't really want to kill people, I could kind of maybe buy into that more than the guy who showed up to murder an entire room full of people. I mean, it's good in the beginning, which I assume this is in the beginning of the movie. They kill the clerk, and that sort of establishes Bill Murray's character as a mean enough guy to kill somebody for a very low bar, but the look of Bill Murray, too. He doesn't look like a gangster. He just looks like Bill Murray. I think they needed to do something with him. maybe give him a dye job. That's something gangsters do. A lot of gangsters, at least movie gangsters, tend to be very vain. So, like, you could have a character who's dyeing his hair because he doesn't want to look old, kind of thing. Or maybe he's wearing a toque, a not so great toque, but nobody says anything. He's also wearing ill-fitting clothes. It just doesn't come off as gangster. Now, Pete Davidson's wearing a suit. That's kind of a gangstery thing. I think it's mostly to cover up his tattoos, but wearing a suit gives you a little bit of more of an air of authority, and that's why criminals sometimes, the smarter ones, will dress that way, because that air of authority gives them a little extra ability to maneuver out when they're doing a job, right? Because if you see somebody in a suit, you don't immediately think gangster. You think, oh, this must be some businessman or something. So, yeah. And I don't understand what the payback is. I'm sure it's explained in the movie, but wildly entertaining and laugh out loud funny? Maybe, but I'm not seeing it in this trailer. And I don't understand who the black couple is at all. No one here looks Italian, if they're supposed to be Italian mobsters. I don't know. Here's some shooting going on in the woods. I think they needed to establish more with this trailer than that Bill Murray's going to be a bad guy in this. I think it would have been more of a surprise to actually watch it in the movie theater and see, oh my God, Bill Murray just killed that dude. But again, I wouldn't have cast Bill Murray in this at all. It just seems totally wrong for him. Too mean for Bill Murray. Maybe if Pete Davidson's character was the mean mobster and Bill Murray was the guy who said, no, we're just going to talk to him. Maybe I could believe that. In a comedy, I could kind of believe it. In this, I just don't see Bill Murray in the role. He's kind of old for it, too. But would I see it after all that criticism? Probably would still see it. I mean, after all, I watched that Jim Jarmusch zombie movie just because Bill Murray was in it. And boy, did I regret that. But I still saw it. So, Bill Murray at least, and I will say in defense of that movie, it's at least interesting. If it's not a great movie, it's bad, I think. But it's a little different. It tries things. I can understand why Bill Murray, he tends to try to pick interesting scripts, I think. So maybe this is an interesting script. It's a little different for him. He's trying different things. I just think I wouldn't have picked mobster for Bill Murray. So first act, Bill Murray and Pete Davidson are traveling to what I assume is upstate New York to do a hit because someone killed Murray's son, I think. And so he's out for revenge. And along the way, they kill a clerk. I think they kill somebody else. And then eventually they get to Ed Harris's house and take everybody hostage. Now they're going to kill him. Second act, stuff comes out about the various characters. They're in some sort of standoff. At some point, Ed Harris maybe turns the tables on everybody. And the other guy, and Bill, and Pullman too. And I'm not sure who to root for. I'm kind of leaning towards Pullman's character because he's got a baby on the way. So he survives. Bill Murray dies. Pete Davidson probably dies. Ed Harris sacrifices himself to save his family, maybe. Maybe Jennifer Coolidge, too. I don't know. Um, but I'm not seeing the comedy here. It just seems like if I was going to cast this movie in the 90s, all these characters would have been like Joe Pesci, Vinny Vella, uh, oh, what's his face? Paul Sorvino. People like that. Like guys who play mobsters all the time in movies, who look like mobsters, and they're all Italian, and they're all loud. And yeah, and it would be hilarious just to hear the loud Italians. Like Bill Murray is trying to be that. It's just not succeeding for me. Pete Davidson's just kind of Pete Davidson. Ed Harris got a little intensity. Jennifer Coolidge is not bad as a mob wife, I gotta say. But I don't know. Let's read the write up here. No, write up. Let's go to the IMDb. That knows all for a movie called. Come on, IMDb. Oh, come on, internet. Internet out. Oh, there it goes. Oh, so damn slow. Riff Raff. This was shot last year. Dito Montiel is the director. John Polano, the writer. A former criminal's ordinary life, which is turned upside down when his old family shows up for a long-awaited reunion. And Jennifer Coolidge in the thumbnail here. It's very strange that they would front Jennifer Coolidge in a movie like this. Why wouldn't you put Bill Murray there? Bill Murray is clearly the most famous out of everybody. Now, maybe you put Pete Davidson because he sort of appeals to a younger demo, and you try to get them in. Jennifer Coolidge, putting Jennifer Coolidge in the thumbnail is kind of like, oh, we got to get the women in. Again, Hollywood, your obsession with women and women audiences is very, very, very misplaced. A movie like this, you know, maybe it's a date movie at best. At best, it's a date movie, kind of an all-everybody movie, but more of a gangster movie is always skews towards the men. Always. You can try to put women in it, and certainly there have been women in gangster movies, but it's mostly about the men. So, and usually Italian guys who look rough, not old comics. And no disrespect to the great Bill Murray. Like, Bill Murray should be in comedies, period. If I'm going to cast Bill Murray, and I have any say of it whatsoever, I'm going to put him the lead as a comedy. Or if not a lead, then a supporting guy in a comedy. Like, why are you wasting his talents here? Okay. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for more videos. Again, I'm still going to see this thing, probably on streaming. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.